Well, local first responders being hit very hard by this pandemic tonight, and we just got some new numbers. The chief of the LA Fire Department tells CBS 2 News that he's had nearly 300 COVID-positive sick calls, and most are breakthrough infections. 280 of those patients are in isolation, 17 are in long-term recovery, and 2 are in the hospital. We've also learned there are issues with having enough ambulances on hand. CBS 2's Rick Montanez live in East LA to tell us what this means when there's an emergency. Rick?
Jasmine, it's the pandemic making it difficult for these first responders to balance out the needs of the public with available resources. And LA County Fire today confirmed a change in policy, one that the acting assistant chief calls an emergency transportation policy.
As COVID cases skyrocket to unprecedented levels across Los Angeles County, staffing levels for the area's emergency crews are dropping. At a recent Carson City Council meeting, LA County Acting Assistant Fire Chief Brian Bennett said in some cases, patients are transported in the fire trucks.
Basic first aid or a basic response, they're encouraging the residents to either find a private vehicle or alternative methods to get to the hospital.
LA County contracts with private companies for ambulance services. Privately owned McCormick Ambulances says, in part, the rapid spread of Omicron has wiped out our workforce, and we're implementing different workarounds and alternate service delivery models. Our goal is to try and deliver the highest level of care to as many citizens as possible with the resources we have available. So now LA County Fire says it is using tiered ambulance dispatch to adjust to the ambulance crew shortage. Moving forward, there will still be a full medical response, but ambulances will only be sent when absolutely necessary. For fire crews working in the city of Los Angeles, there's a staffing shortage too. Resources like engines and ambulances are periodically taken out of service based on a few hundred sick calls.
We've had to hire more firefighters on overtime. We've had to implement force hiring, which we call recall. And we have to close down some resources on a daily basis. All fire stations are staffed and open.
These conditions are not ideal for any of these agencies, but several of them tell us they're working quickly to adjust as the COVID surge increases demand while dwindling down their crews.
LA County Fire says at this point there is no timeline for how long these changes will remain in place. Reporting live in East Los Angeles, Rick Montanez, CBS 2 News.